Atheist architect builds mosque and discovers divine blueprint, life-changing story. What if the building you're designing holds a secret message from God? Watch how an atheist architect, chasing success and recognition, discovers a divine blueprint that changes his life forever. You won't believe how faith revealed itself in the patterns of architecture. Stay till the end. In a bustling city of steel and glass, where the sky was often hidden behind smog and ambition, there lived a man named Adam. Adam was an architect, a man celebrated for his innovative designs that graced the skyline. Yet, despite the accolades, Adam lived in an invisible void. His life was filled with deadlines, client meetings, and awards, but every night, alone in his high-rise apartment, he felt a strange emptiness that no success could fill. He had no belief in God, no faith to guide him, only the echoing hum of the city and his own restless mind. One morning, Adam received an unusual commission. A wealthy philanthropist, Mr. Rahim, approached him with a project unlike anything Adam had ever tackled, building a mosque. At first, Adam hesitated. He had no faith, no interest in religious architecture beyond aesthetics. But the challenge intrigued him. He accepted, thinking this project would simply add another trophy to his career. As Adam began studying mosque designs, he became obsessed. He pored over centuries of Islamic architecture, from the grandeur of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul to the intricate patterns of the Alhambra. Something about the flowing arches, the symmetry, and the way light danced through geometric windows captivated him. It wasn't spirituality he felt, it was curiosity. But the turning point came when Adam decided to visit a centuries-old mosque in a quiet town. The mosque was small, humble, yet striking. The sunlight fell in such a way that every line and curve seemed alive, as if the building itself were breathing. Adam sketched tirelessly, trying to understand why this structure, unlike any skyscraper he had built, made him feel unsettled, yet peaceful. He couldn't explain it, yet he was drawn to it. One evening, Adam stayed late in the mosque. The last rays of the sun streamed through the windows, casting golden geometric patterns on the floor. As he traced the shapes with his eyes, he noticed something extraordinary. The patterns seemed to align with celestial movements, the positions of stars, the rhythm of day and night. It was as if the mosque were a map, not just of space, but of the universe itself. Adam felt a shiver down his spine. For the first time in his life, he wondered if there was a hand guiding this perfection. But he dismissed it quickly. He was an architect, a man of reason, not faith. Yet night after night, he returned, compelled by an invisible force. Months passed, and the construction of the new mosque began. Adam meticulously applied everything he had learned, designing arches that channeled light in ways he had never imagined, windows that captured the sunrise and sunset at exact angles, and minarets that seemed to point toward a divine order. One night, while reviewing the blueprints, Adam made a discovery that shook him to his core. Hidden within the traditional designs he had studied, he noticed a recurring mathematical pattern, a blueprint so precise and elegant that it defied human reasoning. Every curve, every symmetry, every angle aligned perfectly with the principles of sacred geometry. It was a code, a language of the cosmos embedded in architecture. Adam couldn't believe it. He ran his fingers over the lines, tracing shapes that mirrored the constellations, the Fibonacci sequence, and patterns found in nature. He realized, with a sense of awe and fear, that this was not human creation. This was divine. Days turned into nights as Adam wrestled with this revelation. His skepticism, once unshakable, now faltered under the weight of the truth staring back at him from the blueprints. How could humans, driven by ego and ambition, create something so flawlessly harmonious with the universe? He couldn't. There was only one explanation: God. One evening, alone in the nearly finished mosque, Adam sat under the central dome, watching the light move across the floor. A profound peace settled over him. His heart, which had been a desert, began to bloom. For the first time, he understood that this building was not just stone and glass. It was a vessel of connection, a bridge between humanity and the divine. He recalled the countless nights he had spent chasing fame, wealth, and recognition, only to find emptiness. Now he understood the truth he had denied for so long. Fulfillment does not come from accolades. It comes from submission, from acknowledging the one who orchestrates the cosmos with perfect wisdom. Adam's disbelief melted into faith. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered words he had never spoken before. "There is no God but Allah." The walls around him seemed to echo back, resonating with a silence that spoke louder than any voice. He had found God, not in the abstract or in books, but in the very patterns that had guided his hands in building the mosque. From that day, Adam's life transformed. He began studying the Quran, learning about the prophets, and understanding the purpose of life he had so long ignored. The mosque he built became a sanctuary not just for the community, but for Adam himself, a living testament to the beauty of submission and the harmony of creation. As the mosque opened its doors to the public, Adam stood silently, watching worshippers fill the space. Children ran along the corridors, sunlight danced on their faces, and elders knelt in prayer, their whispers rising like incense. Adam realized that the blueprint he had discovered was more than a design. It was a guide for life, a message from Allah showing that when one aligns with divine order, peace and purpose flow naturally. He now spent his days designing buildings that reflected harmony, order, and spiritual balance, always remembering the night when God revealed himself through geometry and light. Adam knew that faith was not just about belief. It was about seeing the divine in the world, recognizing it in the patterns of life, and surrendering one's heart to the one who created it all. In the quiet of the mosque, Adam would sometimes sit under the central dome, tracing the patterns that had once been mere lines on a blueprint, now living proof of Allah's presence. He understood that every act of creation in this world, no matter how small, echoed the divine. And he had been given the extraordinary honor of discovering this truth through the very work of his hands. And so, the atheist architect had found freedom, purpose, and peace, not in human achievement, but in submission to the Creator. The mosque stood as a beacon of guidance, a testament to the truth that sometimes the path to God begins in the most unexpected ways. If this story touched your heart, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs hope today. Join our community at Deeninminute, and let the light of faith guide every step of your life. Your small action can spread blessings and transform lives.